ang ginawa niya ng waiver na yon, he was able to speak to the court and to the Filipino people yung damdamin niya. But he was given that chance to speak from his heart to the court and to the Filipino people. What does that mean? Sabi niya na mukhang dito na ako, tinanggap ko na yung kapalaran ko na dito ako mamamatay. So, napaisip ako, that will make the ICC powerless from here on. Kasi whatever the decision of the ICC, tanggap naman niya. Eh kung ma-dismiss, mapauwi, okay. Pero kung hindi naman, tanggap niya na kung ano mangyayari.
Alam nyo,
yes, Coach.
ito yung bottom line na tanong ng taong bayan eh. Kasi sinasabi natin na malaki ang pag-asa kung ang titingnan ay ebidensya, pero syempre, political din to. And we all know that. Pero ang inaantay po ng taong bayan, gusto nilang malaman eh, na paano natin i-explain in layman's term na may pag-asa pa ba to? May aasahan ba tayo dito sa ginagawang hearing o talagang wala na, give up na?
I like to borrow the words of Attorney Sal. Hope for the best, expect the worst. I like to put that in context. Ganito po yan. Unang-una, narinig ko yung earlier conversation niyo patungkol sa jurisdiction ng korte. Patungkol sa situation in the Philippines. And that's how they express it in the court. Philippine situation or situation in the Philippines. And then they would refer it to a particular person, as in this case, si Mayor Rudy. Now, sa ating Philippine judicial system, pag merong issue of jurisdiction, kailangan i-resolve muna yan. Kasi nga, kung mangyari na hanggang sa dulo makita na wala palang jurisdiction, walang saysay yung mga nangyayaring hearing sa nakita natin the last 4 days. No? In fact, the issue of jurisdiction is the core issue that Mayor Rudy have raised. Because in the first place, he have always maintained na walang jurisdiction ang ICC. Walang jurisdiction, among other things, because we are withdrawn from the ICC. The investigation that was conducted by the ICC investigators na kung totoo yung sinabi ng mga 18 former AFP personnel were conducted after the withdrawal, which was sometime 23, 22, nag-withdraw tayo 2018, made effective 2019. Ibig sabihin, wala na talagang jurisdiction yung ICC kung totoo yung narration of events ng mga dating sundalo. Now, nevertheless, unique as it may be in the rules of the ICC, they can proceed with, as in this case, the confirmation of charges hearing, kahit na may pending issue on jurisdiction. Kaya that one alone makes us wonder, even among us lawyers, kung bakit this process has to proceed. So, yun po, yung isang bagay na yan na unique to the ICC rules.
So, attorney, tuloy po tayo kahit questionable yung jurisdiction. Ngayon, kunwari, bandang dulo, iba ang desisyon ng ICC laban kay PRRD, pero napatunayan din na walang jurisdiction. Pwede bang mabawi yon, yung desisyon na yon, and at the same time, pwede ba silang pasagutin etong mga gumawa ng pag-abuso sa batas ng Pilipino and at the same time yung ICC dahil knowing na walang jurisdiction, tumuloy sila?
As I mentioned earlier, it's quite unique na tumuloy kahit na hindi pa na iklaro, finally resolved the issue of jurisdiction. And by the way, I've made mention earlier na pati si Mayor Rudy have not accepted these proceedings. In fact, he have said that this is a sham proceeding insofar as he is concerned. Because hindi niya inaatrasan ito kung merong kaso patungkol sa anumang ginawa niya nung mayor siya at nung presidente, he assumes full legal responsibility. That said, he also said na it will have to be a Filipino court tried by a Filipino judge kung anumang kaso na ilalatag. So, nung kahapon nga, pagkatapos nasabi ko na I was asked yesterday afternoon when everything was finished, anong masasabi ko sa nakakahiya, no? Nakakahiya na dalawa on two aspect na a foreign court has to hear this case and it's viewed all over the world in that sense, no? At pangalawa, on that note, nakakaya din, I'm a lawyer, I'm practicing in the Philippines, and yet it should be tried there because we need to affirm the integrity of the Philippine judicial system na doon natin sa Pilipinas ililitis ito. For them, for those people who brought this case before the ICC, it shows that they don't have confidence on the judicial system in the Philippines. Yun ang problema natin dito. Palakasin natin yung institusyon para mapalakas natin yung bansa, no? If you have a problem, judicial, social, political, let's address it among ourselves as Filipinos and strengthen the Philippine the democratic institution to address this problem.
Follow-up question lang.
Nakakaya na we have to hear it before a foreign tribunal na hindi nakakaintindi sa konteksto sa nangyari doon sa Pilipinas. And I like to push further on that one. Good that on the final summation of Attorney Kaufman, dahil for several days since Monday, they have portrayed Mayor Rudy as a murderer, bloodthirsty. Napasali pa yung mga milyon-milyon mga supporter na sinasabing mini Duterte clones as bloodthirsty as well, no? Very insulting to all of us who have been praying and supporting Mayor Rudy to call us bloodthirsty Duterte clones. But nevertheless, no? Nevertheless, dumaan tayo dito sa prosesong ito na kailangan natin tingnan kung tama at pantay ba itong prosesong ito. Yun lang masasabi ko patungkol dito sa prosesong ito. Kaya I have my reservation because it's very political very political. Pagkuha na lang the illegal abduction of Mayor Rudy from the Philippines to The Hague, kinumpirma naman na yung eroplano was chartered by the Office of the President. At ngayon lumabas na yung investigasyon ng ICC investigators when they went to the Philippines were hosted by people who are clearly political distractors of the former president, gives you a very clear picture of the political dimension of this case. Kung judicial lang ito, himay-himayin natin yung mga ebidensya. Pero himay-himayin at lilitisin doon sa Pilipinas, hindi rito.
Follow-up question lang po, Attorney Delgra. Speaking of jurisdiction, hindi po ba pwede na isabay, mayroong magsampa ng kaso dito sa Pilipinas para questionin? Hindi ko alam kung meron na nakasampa or wala pa, pero pwede magsabay para malitis dito yung jurisdiction ng ICC. Posible po ba yun?
Yung puntong jurisdiction na yan, wala tayong naisampa na kaso. And I would not, from my point of view, we need not to. Why? You know why? The Philippine Supreme Court does not have jurisdiction over the ICC. And conversely, the ICC does not have jurisdiction over the courts in the Philippines. That being said, meron po tayong pending na tatlong habeas corpus petition. At sinasabi ng kabila na hindi na po pwede itong petition na ito. By the way, just to educate the listeners, yung habeas corpus petition kasi na inahain ni Congressman Pulong, ni Mayor Baste at saka ni Kitty, ni Veronica Duterte, they were praying na illegal yung pagdala sa kanilang tatay papunta sa Hague, and therefore mananagot yung mga respondents, no, yung mga government officials that were mentioned there, among them the Remulla brothers, sila Gilbert Teodoro and all the rest, including Torre. Kailangan managot sila and directing them to bring the body of the former president to the Philippines. So I think that is what's more important insofar as having to address kung sino talaga ang may jurisdiction sa person of Mayor Rudy. Ngayon, ang sinasabi nila, ang ICC meron kasi may warrant of arrest. Tayo naman, nagsasabi tayo na ang Korte Suprema has power to direct the respondent to bring the body of former president back to the Philippines.
Okay. Attorney, si Master Judea po ulit, ano? Ngayon po, tapos na yung confirmation of charges, ano? And itong mga kababayan kasi natin is talagang hopeful pa rin sila na maganda ang kahihinatnan nitong investigasyon dyan sa ICC. Now, from confirmation of charges, how long are we going to wait para lumabas po, bago lumabas itong desisyon? At ano po ang mangyayari after nito?
Okay. You mentioned about time
Yes po, time frame.
Meron pong 60 days for the pre-trial chamber to resolve the issue on the confirmation of charges.
Apo.
On the second question was ano yung outcome? There are three possible outcomes po.
Apo.
Una, if the prosecution was able to prove, and the standard of proof is actually substantial evidence, to bring the case to trial, then the charges will be confirmed. Kung hindi naman sapat yung ebidensya na pinakita during the confirmation of charges hearing, then the charges will be denied and the case will be dismissed and Mayor Rudy will be released from detention and brought home to the Philippines. That would be the consequence. The third outcome is kung makita ng judges na hindi sapat to confirm but may direct the prosecution on two things. Una, to reduce the charges kasi hindi sapat yung ebidensya to support the charge of crimes against humanity, or magkalap pa ng additional evidence to support the charges. So basically, out of these three options, ang what we would have to expect is the only option that we would be expecting is the dismissal of the charges. Kasi yung dalawa, yung kung ma-confirm yung charges po, ang mangyari nito, trial will proceed and he will remain in detention. And on the third option that I mentioned, if the judge, the pre-trial chamber judges will say na ibalik natin sa prosecution, he will still remain in detention. So yun po ang gusto nating mangyari, mai-dismiss yung charges para makauwi na siya, si Tatay Digong.
What if po, kung halimbawa, sabihin na natin, na katulad ng sinasabi nila, na ito daw ay politically motivated. So ano po kaya ang pwedeng mangyari dito? May pag-asa pa ba na makauwi siya if this is politically motivated?
Si Mayor Rudy, sinabi niya na sa waiver niya na ang posibilidad na doon na siya manatili at posibleng mamatay, tinanggap niya na yan.
Okay.
Actually, when I read the waiver, this is just my personal thought on the matter kasi kilala natin si Mayor Rudy way back when he was still mayor, ano. Ang ginawa niya ng waiver na yon, he was able to speak to the court and to the Filipino people yung damdamin niya. No? Kaysa sa confirmation of charges hearing, mga abogado lang magsasalita dyan. But he was given that chance to speak from his heart to the court and to the Filipino people. What does that mean? Sabi niya na, mukhang dito na ako, tinanggap ko na yung kapalaran ko na dito ako mamamatay. So, napaisip ako, that will make the ICC powerless from here on. Kasi whatever the decision of the ICC, tanggap naman niya. Kung ma-dismiss, mapauwi, okay. Pero kung hindi naman, tanggap niya na kung ano mangyayari. So, I like to say this, I'm not demeaning or disrespecting those who have died. No? But our focus here is on the suspect. By the way, tawag sa kanya, suspect pa kasi wala pang confirmation of the charges against him. So, that said, napangunahan niya yung ICC at yung mga umaatake sa kanya, natanggap niya na ang kanyang kapalaran. So, pero tuloy pa rin tayo sa paghahanap ng hustisya, sa paghahanap ng at patuloy yung pagdadasal at suporta kasi nakakarating talaga sa kanya yan. At that will give him more motivation and the will to live and to continue living despite his being frail, old, sickly, at by the way, malamig ang lugar dito. Yan ang isang bagay na ayaw niya. Ayaw niya sa malamig na lugar. Pero nevertheless, have gone through this for almost 1 year now. So hopefully he will continue to fight his own fight because we are there behind him. And he knows that.